All right. So today is May 4th, also known as Star Wars Day. One of the things Star Wars geeks say to each other is, May the 4th be with you. I wanted to talk today about how Star Wars changed my life. And I realized that might seem really dorky, but I was inspired by the Jedi to start a daily Zen practice, which people would refer to that today as mindfulness meditation. But the Jedi were originally based on samurai. That was one of the great inspirations for them. And the religion of the samurai was Zen. Zen helped them have composure in battle. It also helped them tap this thing called the Force, which is when you put aside yourself and you come completely into the moment, there's this opportunity that gets opened up where you can really react from this gut kind of response place that's deeply powerful. That's what happens, when Luke is flying down through the tunnel and use the Force. What does that mean? It means set aside your conscious analytical brain, step into your training, and just do what you do without the anxiety, right? There's So I've been practicing Zen for 30 years now. I was also really kind of as a tangent inspired by Steve Jobs, who also practiced Zen, which is kind of a big cultural thing here in the Bay Area. At least it was in the 70s and 80s. But here's the thing that Zen has helped me realize: how to get into the moment, how to handle my emotions better, the importance of breath as the core of my spirituality, and then my heart as well. I can sense my heart rate and attention. It's really weird. I never would have guessed that would have been possible. But, breath is a great example of one of these weird benefits, for doing Zen. When you sit in front of a wall for 52 minutes every day for 30 years, which is pretty much what I've done, I've meditated every day without fail for 30 years. And I've learned a few things along the way. And one of those things, is beginning to accept myself, how to build, this pretty decent willpower that's enabled me to stop drinking 20 years ago, to be rock solid in my discipline. Mental discipline is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And it's not really taught here in the West. But when you're sitting in front of that wall and you're breathing in, out, you learn a lot about yourself. You're going to watch yourself very closely. You're going to become very intimate with yourself. And it's hard to do in the beginning, but then this weird thing happens. I started my practice. It was so hard to just sit with myself for 5 minutes. And then something happened when I got about to the 20-minute mark where time just started flying by. And I can sit 50 minutes and not even notice it. It's really, one of the best decisions I ever made in my life was to be consistent in my daily meditation. And I owe that introduction to the spiritual path to Star Wars. And, this desire to be a Jedi, to use the Force, to step into this other mental space that most people aren't even aware of, because when you practice Zen, you're becoming conscious of every thought that goes through your brain. You're paying attention to your entire body, right? To all these little aches and pains, the little itches, the scratches, and letting them go. It's thinking, non-thinking, right? How do you open up the space between your thoughts so that your monkey mind isn't chattering all the time? And without that skill set, I wouldn't have overcome my anger, my personal, a lot of my personal issues. But I also owe that to this great tool called Heart Math, which over the past 5 years has helped me really dial in my meditation practice, become much more conscious of my breath. Also, it's given me this concrete base of measurement to reflect my mental state for the day and to bring me back into the moment when my mind drifts. And yeah, love that tool. It's one of the best augmentations for my meditation practice ever. Anyhow, that's enough of that. Thank you so much. This, is Star Wars Day. And I just want to say, may the 4th be with you. I want to do that, but wrong story, but I still think it's funny. So, hey, have a good day.